There was some controversy with this draft among Nuggets Nation, as many fans already know. The Nuggets traded out of the first round with the San Antonio Spurs, and in return got a slew of second round draft picks, kind of restocking the quote unquote cupboard. Because, as many of you might remember, the Nuggets have very little draft capital going forward in the future, thanks in part to the Reggie Jackson trade, where we had to attach 4 second round draft picks in one of the previous drafts. So, however, I did like the 2 picks we did, select in the second round this year. The first one being Trevon Brazil, going to be a little bit of a project. There's a lot of raw potential there, but I do like that. He was the only player in college to finish the season with 50 assists, 50 blocks, and at least 50 steals. So there's tons of versatility there. He's going to be an excellent lob threat playing next to Nikola Jokic. Hopefully, he can clean up that 3-point shot a little bit. It's a little streaky, but I think with the proper development, he can learn to be an excellent fit within Denver's scheme. And then the other pick that we picked up was Bryce Hopkins out of St. John's. This one's kind of also going to be another project. The injury history is a little concerning. I see him being kind of a G League project. I don't see him seeing the floor much this coming season in his rookie year. However, I do like that he's a 3-level scorer, someone who can create his own shot. Very good player, especially before the ACL injury he suffered in college. He can, he's got decent size, which is going to, again, address some needs for Denver, especially in the front court. And, he could also be someone who eventually develops into a solid player and maybe even, become a rotational piece in the next 2 to 3 years, depending on how he develops. So, overall, I'm giving this Denver Nuggets draft a B plus.